Hi, Reverend Essie. I feel compulsed to reply to this video. Yes, all what you said, I've heard it a million times before. I just feel that God, the word God, I fail to use anymore. I find the word reminds me too much of this society and the fear of God that has been drummed into most of us believers. Even the word believers, as religion that was drummed into us as young children, depends which denomination our parents belonged to when we were brought into this world. But God glorified. Well, as I see it now as an adult, with a blank canvas, only allowing logic to dominate my life, I do feel that God don't need our glorification. My God is, I like to call him the creator. As much as my parents created me and I created my children, but there's a creator of everything that represents us. And as I see it, us mortals here on this planet Earth, God don't need our glorification. I think all he asks for us is just to be honest and decent people. I think he must be rather sick to see all these messages coming through from this planet, glorifying him. What a great person he is. What wonderful things he has done. I think as he looks across the universe and he looks at this planet making the most noise of all, glorifying him, takes a deeper look and see the bunch of nutters that live on it, glorifying him and not really learning to glorify each other, being honest to each other, being decent human beings and assisting and helping each other. And all he asked out of the things that he created was just to be decent people. I don't think he don't need our praises. He is like basically the logic is, how would you like your kids getting up every morning praising you for creating them? Thank you, Mum and Dad, for bringing me into this world. I don't think as parents we need our kids to glorify us every day for bringing them into this world. Well, as I see it, I don't feel that the Creator needs us glorifying him at all, as much as we don't need our kids glorifying us for bringing them into this world. But what do we need as parents? What do we need as, if we created all this, or we're the father of our children, we need them to learn to love each other, their friends. Go out there, love their friends. Put their friends on the same plateau as they are. Create an equality amongst themselves that are not trying to beat their way through life and be better than their friends. That's exactly what we're doing here on this planet. And at the end of the day, you find our kids, they go out there, they, instead of glorifying each other for achieving a unity, a love and care and honesty amongst each other, they create this thing, this God to go and glorify to. God don't need them as much as their parents don't need them. They need them to be decent human beings. I think as parents we always would give our kids the love that we should if we can respect them as much as they would give us the same if they can respect us. But now if we're talking about a higher being, a creator, I think, he doesn't really need any of our glorification. I think if my creator now that I believe in and is in my heart and soul and part of me is far superior, that he needs this bunch of souls glorifying him. What he needs is someone to stand beside him to understand what it's all about and why he feels so sad when he looks down on this planet of ours, to think that we are a bunch of hypocrites glorifying him and wanting to persist on creating this pathetic society that are twisted and don't know the meaning of love and understanding. Communication. Through communication on this planet, you just as well talk to a brick wall. It's not as if we haven't got the ability on this planet to communicate, but because of our selfishness and our inability to, or shall I say, the society is created in the way that we don't have time for each other. Prime time is taken out on creating a living to support and to be able to survive. And whose fault is all of that? Why have we got a society that takes up all our prime time? And we look into our lives, we don't have time for anything. We don't even have the mentality that genuinely care for each other. And fair enough, if we can't find people to care with each other, we create professionals and we pay them to care for each other. But do you think that works? No, it doesn't. The professionals that we created because we can't depend on fellow men helping each other, so we create a society that we pay them to help each other. You would think that would work. The more you pay them, probably the more results you get. Absolutely the opposite in our society today. The more you pay them, the more they want. And the more corrupted they become. No, I don't think that God needs glorifying. What does he need that for? What do we need our kids to glorify us for? What we need from our children is to be decent human beings. I wouldn't like my son to come along and boast he's turned into a millionaire if he's an asshole. No, I would sooner him have nothing. And I can look down on something and respect. He's genuine and he's worked hard for his living. He never cheated and deceived his fellow man. That's what I want, as much as I think that's what my creator wants. But it's certainly not what we have here, is it? We don't get this in this society. We don't get this on this planet. I was brought up In a Catholic church, we really truly, my parents and my grandparents glorified God. That word God. I think, we need to look into the whole logic of God. If He is something, what I think He is, He don't need our glorification. He don't need our help. He don't need sweet nothing from us. I think all He asks us to be is just honest people. Is that so much to ask from your children? My Creator, He comes and sit next to me and say, "Hi, Colin. How's it been today?" Oh, horrible day. Spent all day yesterday in the court from 9:30 to 5. Attending an appeal for our case. To be reinstated. What do you mean by your case to be reinstated? Well, what I'm saying is, didn't washing machines fell and missed you, didn't it? Hit your wife, falling from the height of 30 feet. Get your case reinstated? I thought that was an open and shut case. No, unfortunately it isn't. Our solicitors wanted us to accept the defendant's expert witness. That made up a load of crap. They just didn't think we deserved to get our own expert witness to defend us, to tell the truth about what happened and how badly injured my wife is and what injuries she sustained. Now our case has reached to the point where it was thrown out because we refused to accept the defendant's expert witness report. So we spent all day yesterday trying to get the case, which we had the case reinstated again. The appeal was successful, but spent all day today trying to find a new solicitor. Well, I know it's hard for you to understand. What you've created is, think that there's probably must be a lot of magnificent planets in the universe that manage to achieve wonders for you. What we seem to have failed you a lot here, though, don't we? But you get a lot of glorification from us, don't you? Different denominations out there every day. Hallelujah in you. You'd be cool, wouldn't it?